News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
Good day! This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. The World Food Program has started distributing food aid in Ethiopia's war-scarred Tigray region in a test of new monitoring measures, according to the United Nations agency. WFP and USAID agency USAID halted food aid to Africa's second most populous country in June after discovering that supplies were not reaching those in need, raising fears that millions of Ethiopians would be left in desperate straits. The UN Food Agency said it had started distributing 15-kilogram pre-packed bags of wheat to just over 100,000 people as part of a pilot project with improved monitoring mechanisms. Millions of Ethiopians are facing severe food shortages following a brutal 2-year war in Tigray, as well as a punishing drought that has also struck Somalia and parts of Kenya.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
In other news overseas, the United Nations said that the Syrian government has extended its permission for the UN to use 2 crossing points from Turkey into opposition-held areas of northwest Syria for an additional 3 months, but the organization is still working on resolving differences over a third crossing point. Spokesperson Farhan Haq told reporters that the UN received a letter on August 6 from Damascus notifying it of the decision to renew the Bab al-Salam and al-Ra'eh border crossings until November 13. This is the second time the Syrian regime has renewed the crossings for 3-month periods since opening them following the February 6 earthquakes. This has allowed the UN to take in needed humanitarian supplies to millions of Syrians who were already struggling from the impact of years of war and a crippling economic crisis. A third crossing point, Bab al-Hawa, was originally authorized under a UN Security Council resolution. In July, however, Russia, which has sought to gradually shutter the 9-year-old cross-border aid operation, vetoed a 9-month renewal of Bab al-Hawa, which would have gotten aid agencies and residents through the worst winter months.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
And for our Philippine Embassy news, Philippine Ambassador and Permanent Representative of the United Nations Antonio Lagdameo underlined the need for an impactful and transformative international collaboration to address global food insecurity, including in places where it is exacerbated due to conflicts, which is needed more than ever. Speaking at the UN Security Council open debate on the maintenance of international peace and security, famine and conflict-induced global food insecurity at the United Nations headquarters in New York, Ambassador Lagdameo echoed the pronouncement by Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the 77th session of the UN General Assembly last year that, quote-unquote, food is not just a trade commodity, nor is it just a livelihood. It is an existential imperative and a moral one. It is the very basis of the human security. Ambassador Lagdameo stated that the agricultural sector is one of the main drivers in the country's push for growth. The Philippine Development Plan, the blueprint of the country's development transformation, puts in place coherent strategic measures to hasten economic and social recovery towards inclusive and resilient development, and puts together measures to address the current energy and food crisis in the context of a new system for energy, climate, and nature.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.